Happy New Year, welcome back to Vision Auto Garage. My name's Rob. A few of you have been asking, where is the Metro? What am I doing with it? Have I abandoned it? I've not abandoned it. I am doing stuff to it very slowly, and it's right here. In this episode, I hope to do something to it. I'm not quite sure what. The last month's been very busy for me as I've started a new career. Actually, it's an old career. I've gone back to my career in IT and I'm now working in a corporate environment again. So time is now of the essence, and it's the old adage of project cars need two things. They need time and money. If you've got time, it's likely you don't have the money, and if you've got the money, it's likely you don't have the time. So we'll muddle through, and hopefully my goal is to get this on the road to running and driving in 2020. So thank you for your patience while I crack on with a few bits and pieces, while I get my life in order. Unfortunately, I am going to have to let go of the workshop. The project will be coming home with me at some point in the next few weeks, and will remain under my carport in a carcoon and come out as and when I work on it. Hopefully I'll be able to do monthly episodes, hopefully more than that in the spring, but thank you again for your patience, and I hope you stay along for the journey with me. As with any project, left unattended for long enough, they mysteriously morph into storage. So the first job is to declutter. My goal today is to get things ready to move the car out of the workshop and under my carport, so I want to tackle a few bits that may be better done here. I've been wanting to add another rear bar to the cage for months, so this seems like a good time to do it. The bar will traverse the rear legs before their downward curve. It needs to leave plenty of space for the turbo plumbing and be in a position to form part of a strut brace structure if I do that in the future. I've already started clearing the workshop, so some of my larger tools are gone, meaning I'm notching this tube by hand. A cutting disc is used to make the initial angles, and then it's profiled to fit with a flat wheel. Ironically, the fit was quicker than with a notcher. Before welding up, the bars are cleaned back with a non-woven disc on the grinder. The fit is spot on, requiring just a little persuasion to get it in place. After tacking in the bar and covering the engine with a highly flammable yet reassuring blanket, the ancient Snap-on Pro MIG is turned to 5 and 15% CO2 argon mix flows. Access is limited to weld the underside, so this will be completed once the engine and subframe are dropped out at a later date. Another job that I've been putting off is seam welding the box section along the rear bulkhead. The last time I attempted this, it caught fire and released a noxious mix of burnt undersill and paint. I've done nothing to change that this time, so why I'm attempting it again, I don't know. Initial progress is good, but towards the centre it's the same story as last time. It'll need cleaning from the underside, which again will be easier with the engine and subframe out. This lovely pot of red oxide is going to be brushed over the cage. It's already started to show some surface rust due to the workshop being damp, so I want to protect it. Red oxide will do that well enough for now and is easily removed in the areas I need when I want to work on the cage. Here's a slightly boring but somewhat satisfying montage of paint being applied. It's a good opportunity for me to take a moment and feel pleased with the cage work. It's the first cage I've done and I've learnt a huge amount. Seeing it in a contrasting colour really brings that home. There's a ton more to be done on this car in addition to the things I've started but not yet finished, like the cooling system and getting the engine running. These include but are not limited to dropping the engine and subframe for cleaning and painting, and while it's out, finish welding the cage and subframe mounts as well as closing in the rear valance. I need to add gussets to the cage, smooth the inner rear quarters, fabricate the inner rear arches, sort a gear linkage, finish the wiring the engine, plumb the intercooler, lower the front suspension, paint the front subframe, build a rear bulkhead and firewall, get custom drive shafts.